Let's be honest, Magcargo is not a good Pokemon. I can't even think of the last time I've even considered one for use on a playthrough team, and I understand why. We have a number of better options that Game Freak gives us during a playthrough of Pokemon, which leaves Magcargo always getting the short end of the stick when it comes to being a good choice on a team. And I want that to change. Before we start making any alterations though, it's really important to understand why Magcargo is so bad in the first place. For starters, its typing being Fire and Rock doesn't help at all, as it leaves Magcargo with 4 weaknesses, 2 of which are a 4x weakness in Water and Ground. I want to remove its Rock typing and do something that we've seen with the Larvesta line of Pokemon, which is the addition of the Bug type to complement its Fire type. I never really understood why Magcargo was a Rock type in the first place, as there isn't a lot of information to support this fact. Even its Pokédex entries say that its shell is actually Magcargo's fragile skin and not hardened rock. As a literal slug who is fragile, it makes perfect sense to give it the Bug type in replacement. This opens up Magcargo to a lot of new opportunities that we're going to touch on later. Our next problem to deal with comes with its stats, which are not good at all. It actually has solid defensive traits, with a base 120 and base 80 in defense and special defense respectively. This is all quickly thrown away after looking at its base HP though, which sits at an embarrassing level of 60. And before Generation 7, it was base 50. If I'm being honest, this is just a slap in the face by Game Freak to a Pokemon that had some serious potential. I'm going to bring its base HP stat up to base 90 to complement its already solid defenses. The thing is, for a Pokemon as slow as Magcargo, it needs to have some compensation in order for it to actually stay alive and be active on the field. Pairing its buffed HP with its new typing in Bug now makes Magcargo a good defensive pivot. And it now only has weaknesses in Flying, Rock, and Water, and 6 solid resistances against some very common attacking types. Adjusting more of its stat values are easy as well. I'm just going to raise its base special attack up to 100 in order to make it a little bit more of a threat. Magcargo is stated to be releasing flames and lava from its body, so the increase in special attack also correlates with its dex entries and the anime. With its stats and typing now out of the way, it's a good time to take a look into its abilities. As a bulky pivot, the last thing you want to happen to your Magcargo is a decrease in its defense, so I'm going to swap out Weak Armor and trade for Flash Fire, which makes Magcargo not only a wall in front of opposing fire types, but also a special attacking threat. To round out its ability pool, I'm getting rid of Magma Armor in replacement for Gooey, and this is for the sole reason of Magcargo being a snail. It's a cute little touch and a nod to the fact that Magcargo is based on a real-life animal, despite being a heavily altered version of one. We can't end this video though without talking about its move pool, which is luckily being overhauled to include the addition of Bug type moves because of its secondary typing. My fixed version will now include the following moves: Bug Bite, Bug Buzz, First Impression, Infestation, Leech Life, Lunge, Sticky Web, and String Shot. That also means that it has no more use for its Rock type moves, so we're saying goodbye to them all. Sorry, not really though. These changes Magcargo underwent today should hopefully help solidify it as a reputable team member alongside a less forgettable Pokemon. Because let's face it, this thing is cool and it deserves the recognition. Comment below what changes you would like to see made to Magcargo, and also, you should hit the like if you've made it this far. These videos take a lot of time and research to make, so your support means the absolute most to me. Till next time.